You're back in the US though now. I think
Yeah, I am
you
now.
said you. Oh, so yeah, from the beginning, you're originally from
Sure.
US, correct?
Yeah, so I was born in New York City, the United States, but by the time I was
Mm.
3, I was living in the San Francisco area of California. My parents are extensive travelers from before I was born, so they definitely gave me the travel bug as a kid. My first time abroad was to Athens, Greece. I was 12, turning 13, and it was life changing. Before that, I'd only been to Mexico, which Americans don't really call going abroad because it's just like, especially in California, it's not a long
Mm.
trip. So I'd been to Mexico like 10 times. I spoke some Spanish because of my mom is Cuban. So I had like familiarity with like differences, but the trip to Greece blew my mind. It was just incredible. We went to Istanbul after, and then we came home. So I got to see just the city of Istanbul, but that representation of Turkish culture. But in Greece, we traveled with a local celebrity. She was like a talk show host. It was popular in Greece at the time in the 90s. And she took us to Corfu, but then she took us to a public island that is only for like real Greek people. It's not like a place Americans even know about. And don't get me wrong, maybe now it's super popular. I don't know anything. This is 1992. But in 1992, I got to
You
live.
remember the
Yeah.
name of the island?
Um, I have asked so many times and I could find it, but I don't remember. I know it's near enough to Corfu that it's like within an hour's ferry ride from Corfu. I can tell you
Okay.
that much. So,
In the
uh,
south.
I would love to find it out though, and because we have email and stuff, I will find out and let you know for sure. I don't think I can find out in the time we're doing this podcast, but I actually didn't even think I was going to talk about this, but it is important to understand why I went to Thailand, which is to say, um, while I liked Istanbul and I liked Athens and Corfu, the trip to the island is what sold me on traveling. It was incredible to be in a real microculture, and most Greek people speak enough English that as a 12, 13-year-old, it was very easy. I would go in and order these like little 10-minute eggs. I'd sit with all these old Greek men in the morning and they'd have coffee, and I would just sit there like wide-eyed, indulging in the experience of everyone knows I'm a foreigner, but they don't care because there's not a lot of other foreigners. So that's a precursor to when I got older, I started traveling all over, especially Europe. And my strongest desire was to see all of South America, but for financial reasons, and especially politically, when I was coming of age, it wasn't like the safest place to go at my age and to do like what I want to do, which was a car trip because of banditos. So it wasn't that you can't go like fly to Buenos Aires, fly to these places, but I wanted to do like a drive through Central America into South America.
Mm.
And I said I wasn't really interested in Asia, only to point out how weird it is that I ended up living in Thailand, a famous Asian city.